away. Really.
All right, here we're going on. We're going on the record.
All right.
That one was by the couch, so that's
perfect. Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy.
That was on it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, we've got two crappy internet services merging together that will hopefully combined be less crappy. We're both out in the country. Chad Hollister, who is in the middle of where are you right now? Vail, Colorado? What's going on? Where the hell are you, Chad?
Steamboat Springs.
Oh, you're in Steamboat Springs.
Yeah, well, actually, so the before all the crap hit the fan here with COVID-19, we were on tour. Primo and I were on tour in Colorado, and so we cut our two shows, started getting canceled, and we cut it short a week and flew home, and have been here actually in my home. I was kidding. I'm not in Steamboat Springs. I'm really at home in Worcester, Vermont.
Yeah.
And you can see, actually, you could see if you want. There's my farmer wife. She'll kill me. There she is, right there.
Look
Katie
at
is
that.
in the garden. Yeah. She says, "Okay, that's enough, honey." Yeah. It's pretty rare that we catch a glimpse of Katie in her tank top in the garden. So I was going
to ask, does she ever do any gardening in like the bikini or anything like that? She doesn't need to go back and watch this. So this is just between you and I. We're not on like YouTube or anything live right now or anything.
She asks if you've seen her Vermont white body.
I have. Tell her mine's just as white.
She said it would be a blinding experience. She said she would need to use about 120 pair of your socks.
Which I have. You know. I mean, if she would ever want to borrow them, I do have 120 pairs.
Oh, I know. Sherilyn has told me about your painful addiction. Hey, there are worse addictions, JD Green.
Yes, there are. Buddy, I'm so glad to see you, to hear you, to talk to you. Notice the hat.
What you got on? Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. I'm wearing my Bar Hill hat. But I like your hat as much as equally as cool.
Good people over there at Bar Hill. They've been supporting you in a big way, right?
Yeah, they're great. We've been talking to a few. Actually, tonight is my Saturday concert that we do. Tonight's a really special one. It's literally the first time in my entire life that I have done an all cover show. Because as you know, I'm the opposite guy, but tonight I'm getting together with Harry's Hardware and The Den over in Cabot. Amazing store. We are going to be giving away 2 rolls of duct tape and 1 pair of pint glasses tonight. And you can redeem that at Harry's Hardware. So teaming up those guys, we're going to do a little teaming up with Bar Hill, and also teaming up with Lawson's Finest for Thirsty Thursdays. Yeah, man, just, trying to make the best of it tomorrow, teaming up with the Whammy Bar over in Calais, doing a pizza night for them, and, trying to, of course, help ourselves stay alive, but also help others in the community. Through my Saturday shows, a portion, we've already raised $250 for the Worcester, Vermont Food Shelf, run by our dear friend Karen Hosky. So just, we're certainly feeling it, but my fans and community, like you guys, have just been so generous and so thankful. I have 4 gigs in 4 days.
Isn't that something else?
All through, actually, including yours, 5. Last night I did a friend, Joyce. She was the first to be released from Mass General that was on a ventilator, and she had COVID-19, and so did a party for her with about 75 of her friends via Zoom. That was amazing. And then today here with you, tonight, the home cover concert, tomorrow, the Whammy Barn, Monday, I have a surprise birthday party. So I can't tell you for whom, but it's from somebody outside the Boston area.
Understand. Wow.
Yeah, man.
And you don't have to leave your home for any of these gigs.
That is honestly, I will say, the best part. It's been so fun to be able to be home. I mean, I miss the people. I miss the
Sure.
I miss the personal connect, and I dig the Facebook Live shows.
Yeah.
But what I honestly love about the Zoom is this: I see your face, I see your congas, I see your aired out poster. There's a connect there that happens for me that I really miss. So that's why I really love the Zoom shows, is because I get to literally, on these gigs that I do. I've been doing private Zoom shows for fans and friends, and at the end of the night, I scroll through and see everybody. See it. Oh crap! I see everybody's faces.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm losing papers here. Hold on one sec, JD.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. And Chad has been you've been doing these live Facebook concerts every Saturday night for how many weeks now? Have you lost count?
This is week 6. This is week number 6.
Week 6.
Yeah, it's been great. People, I'm blown away by our our fan base, and just the amazing people who really miss the arts and miss people and all that stuff. It's just been so incredible.
I was chatting with Tim Brick this morning.
I saw that this morning. Yeah, Saturday morning with Tim Brick. What's cooler than that?
Yeah, it was good. But I was telling him about the write up that Digger did on Dave Keller and how hurting he is. And as you know, he had to bag his European concert. He got all the way out to Muscle Shoals before the plug got pulled on that. What a bummer. What a bummer. And
we were on tour at the same time, man.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be St. Patty's Day. So we were in Steamboat Springs the tour started with a songwriting workshop out in North Route, to about half hour outside of Steamboat. And then we had a club date, and then we went out to Hans Peak, which is the other way outside of Steamboat. And it was at that point that Boulder canceled for St. Patty's Day, because that was the following Tuesday, March 17. And so we did our gig Friday, and I made the call on that Friday that we were going to fly out of Denver on Sunday. So I changed our flights, and then we Hans Peak Roadhouse, they said, hey, listen, if we were supposed to play in Winter Park on Saturday. And so I got in touch with Winter Park. I said, listen, you have an out if you want one. They said, take the gig. So we stayed at Hans Peak. They offered us another night, and we did our final show Saturday night at the Hans Peak Roadhouse. And then Sunday drove to Denver, and Monday morning flew out. So.
Oh, wow. Musicians everywhere are struggling, not just in Vermont, but first and foremost, our Vermont artists are taking a hit here, and you're one of many. Tim had a great point this morning. He's like, I've got a full-time job. I got a 9-to-5 job. I'm able to work from home. It's my primary income. Playing music is something I do on the side for extra income, but not so much the case for Chad Hollister. It's a different. It's totally different for you.
It is different. And I think, we've just been thankful to the fans and friends for putting on these concerts. And the Saturday Facebook thing has just been great. I've been trying to be conscious about not overdoing it. Because
and changing it up too. You're doing a hell of a job keeping it fresh, buddy.
Yeah. Really? Well, I mean, I think that's important because people are tuning in. We've been getting between 1,000 and 2,000 people each week, which is just beyond me. The gig I did for Goggles for Docs, there was a friend out of Massachusetts. He owns a ski area over there, and he reached out to some friends of mine, and we all got together and did a music series through Reverb, which is Adam Adam from Guster, the band Guster. It's his. He and his wife started this company about 15 years ago, and what they do is they help bands tour in a more green fashion. So they were on tour for 10 years. They've been on tour with Dave Matthews Band. They're on tour when they get back on the road. They'll be on tour with the Lumineers, with just huge bands, and helping them and their fans be more more green in their touring. So the smallest little thing, and I was talking to Adam about it and saying, how can we as a small little band out of Vermont? And he said, we haven't really reached that yet. And I said, but just, the smallest things, like in our riders, asking for a fillable water bottle station instead of asking for a case or two cases of bottled water. Yeah. Just don't do that. And so just that's a simple little thing, but just instead of doing that, ask for a fillable water station. And it's they do that, but in massive proportions at these concerts that have between 50 and 250,000 people. It's crazy.
Right. Of course.
So
of course.
Yeah. So but just interesting to hear about everybody's different journey. And for us as a band, all the guys, we had an amazing group out of Marblehead, Mass, pool together. People, they pool together funds. These are all folks who have full-time day gigs, but they have a band, and the band's called Better Than Nothing. And the band kind of formed out of seeing me and my friends play. They were like, well, why don't we try that? So they formed a band, but they realized, much like we're talking about now, that folks like myself and like Dave Keller that do it full time are going to need help. So they did a GoFundMe and didn't put any names on it, like who they were going to help out. Of people that have played with them or people that have inspired them. And they sent us each some money. They did this site. It was just incredible. So, it's things like that that keep us going, and just people that tune in week after week that, if every one of those 1,000, 2,000 people that get on gave a few bucks, $5, it's just every little bit helps. I'm getting tips, tips for $5, $10, $7. And it's, it's amazing. Everything makes a difference, so I'm just so thankful,
You've got and you've got of course you can buy your album, you can buy merchandise, kind of like this hat that I'm wearing right now. I have a couple of different Chad Hollister sweatshirts. So you can grab all this stuff.
Yes, you do. I know.
Nobody's allowed to touch the Chad Hollister sweatshirts, by the way.
Really? That you have the orange creamsicle. I know, Chad. That's a legendary one.
I won't do. That doesn't come out of the closet unless I'm going somewhere where I know I'm not going to get dirty or anything. I'm not out playing in the yard in that one. No.
I like that.
But I actually wore that. I wore that sweatshirt one time when we took Lily to Six Flags. So I can't even tell you how many people were like, "Hey, excuse me, who's Chad?"
You're like, exactly.
I'd be in line, over at Six Flags and wearing that sweatshirt, and I was like, I kept forgetting I was wearing it. But anyway, and grab the album too. Tell our listeners about the different albums that you can pick up online.
There are 4, I think. There's the Chad record, which is the brown one. And then there is Spirits.
Right here.
All right. Here he goes. Yep. The legendary JD Green and Aired Out. So there's Spirits, and then there is Life. Oh, yeah, Life, and the self-titled Chad Hollister, and then there's Stop the World. So there are 5.
And you can get them all online.
You can also get Stop the World. You can get Stop the World on vinyl. And you can also just order them directly through me. There you go. Nice. You're
Yeah,
prepared.
I
Yeah.
am. Boy,
Yeah.
Mark and
Love it,
Christy
man.
Hamill are big fans. They just love you, man. You got a lot of
Oh,
Vermonters
they're awesome.
that tune in and watch you. So what? I mean, you were already doing a little bit of Facebook stuff, but then when COVID hit, you were just like, it's got to be every Saturday night. So what did you say to
I
your
yeah,
family? Did you say, listen, I want you guys to be on camera with me. I want this to be a family event.
I did, and they've been amazing. It kind of ebbs and flows, I think, with energy. But Katie's always there helping me get it going, and Riley usually sings a tune with me every week. We try and mix it up and make it different. Tonight, I'm not certain, but she might be debuting a little bit of Dolly Parton.
Wow,
And
boy, that's a tall order right there. But
I'm debuting a couple of brand, I'm literally digging into the archives and digging out covers that I have not done in eons, because as you know, I just don't do them. But there will be a range tonight from Johnny Cash to Foo Fighters.
wow, wow.
So
Listen,
it's
you
going
tell
to be
that
a
little you
real
tell
fun
that little
time.
Riley Odelia, who's not so little anymore, that I had absolutely no idea how great her voice is. She is really talented, man. That girl
Nah.
can sing. We were
Riley.
we
She's
were
upstairs talking to her boyfriend.
we were decorating Easter eggs the night before Easter, that Saturday night, and had you cranked up on the Bluetooth speaker. It was our soundtrack for the Easter egg coloring, and man, Lily was so just so obsessed with seeing you and hearing you that she at one point almost lost interest in Easter egg coloring, which is huge, buddy. When you're 5 years old and you'd rather look at Chad Hollister singing and playing rather than decorating Easter eggs. I mean, come on, that's saying something right there.
That Lily, she has the smarts of her mommy and her daddy put together. So
yeah, right.
We know that's powerful.
Yeah, it was so cool, man. It was just, it's so nice. And it's especially nice that it's live and that your family is part of it. It's just awesome that you do this. And what do we say for encouragement to the other Vermont singers and songwriters and non-musical artists like your wife for encouragement right now, Chad?
That's a great question. I mean, I think that the biggest thing for the artists that are unable to perform, like you say, like painters and the creative type, is to make sure to get your stuff online. I mean, I think the community, the global community, our American community right now is so aware and generous. And I that's a generalization. There are, I think, people who are just being stupid and thinking that this thing is over and going out and not social distancing anymore. And I say, stop it. Like 5 days ago, my sister came down with COVID-19 and she's fine. She's going to be fine, but you just you don't know. And if you don't realize by now the power of this disease, something's wrong and you need to check yourself into a hospital, no matter how dangerous that is. But seriously, it's just you can't mess around, and it's something that some people just they're not getting it. I mean, there were people protesting in Montpelier about the stay-at-home order. Like, are you kidding me?
I was the same way. I mean, Sherilyn and I, absolutely, absolute morons. You're absolutely right. I could think of a few more words than just that. Sherilyn and I thought it was that it was his. Yeah, we thought it was hysterical that there were only like 12 that showed up, and Mother Nature decided to hit us with some snow that morning. But still, though, really, don't you have anything better to do with your time? And I was up at Walmart the other day, and about half of the people that were up there shopping were wearing masks. The other half weren't. And I'm just like, really, dude? I'm wearing this mask to protect you.
Yeah.
You should be doing the same to protect me. I mean, come on. I mean, globally, Chad, I don't know if you heard the news, but just about an hour ago, the news broke that globally we have just hit 200,000 deaths.
Yeah. It's horrible.
We're not out of the woods, buddy, and we're not going to be, and like I said to Tim this morning, I think when this whole thing first started, I think that we were hoping that there would be a day on the calendar where all of a sudden we were going to get a green light, everything was gone, everything was lifted, everybody was safe, and there'd be concerts and sporting events, and everything would be just all of a sudden safe, and that's just not going to be the case. And it's probably, like Tim was saying, concerts are probably going to be one of the last things that are going to be coming back. It's really too bad.
Yeah, I mean, Dead and Company, the godfathers of rock and roll, really canceled the summer tour, and that I think that sets the precedent for everybody else. I mean,
of course it is.
Tours just aren't going to happen. I mean, I'm hoping that some of our gigs stay intact, with people keeping social distancing in mind. But it is what it is. I mean, as long as it needs to happen, we'll do what we need to do.
Right. First and foremost, protect life and families. Are you able to give us? I see that guitar behind you. Are you able to give us a few strum of the chord?
Sure, man. Let's see what we got here.
I don't know what you're thinking of, but anything's.
What are you thinking of, man?
Well, I've been rocking out to classic rock all day in the backyard, doing some landscaping and just listening to old Boston and Foreigner, and oh my God, just REO Speedwagon, great stuff.
Well, so let's
anything.
do one. Let's do one that I've never done before, and is by one of my favorite bands that people would never have an idea. And I'm still learning it. Just meaning that as of this morning, I'm just learning it.
You're practicing from tonight.
I saw this amazing video put out by the BBC, and one of my heroes, Dave Grohl, and so it speaks so clearly to this time, and it's times like these by the Foo Fighters. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, man.
I'm a one-man motorway. I'm the one that drives away, follows you back home. And I'm a street light shining, wild light blinding bright, burning off alone. It's times like these that you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight. When I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away and leave it all behind? Do I stay and leave it all behind? Woo! It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. Oh, it's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
Wow. Nice. There we go. Boy,
right.
I hope our friend, our mutual friend, John Noyes is watching and listening this evening. He's a huge Foo Fighters fan.
He's amazing.
Who couldn't be though?
He's amazing.
What a great song.
About somebody very specific, and I want to share her with you. So JD is a huge
girl.
fan.
You got a voice. You can sing. I had no.
Aired out right now.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, come say hi to JD.
I can't sit down.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, come sit right here.
I'll go like this.
What a voice on.
This is my baby girl, Riley.
Riley Odelia.
Yeah,
honey, you can sing. You got a voice on you, girl. I had no idea. I think was it last Saturday night or the one before? I can't remember, but I was blown away.
Right?
For every time we've done something different. We started with chasing cars, and then we did
Jolene, Ring of Fire.
Oh, we did Ring.
A bunch of those.
Yeah. So she's amazing. Oh, we did a Ed Sheeran song. That we did for Riley and I sang at our neighbor Martin and Lacey's wedding last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I caught.
Yeah.
That's the one I caught.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, he was talking about you, so I wanted to make sure that you made it.
I don't know if I can get it.
You made it in the show.
I'm sorry.
And how's Bodie?
He's good. He's hanging in there. He's hanging on the couch right now, and playing a lot of Fortnite, jumping.
Well, I was gonna say, how old are the kids?
12 and 14. Actually, Riley is going to be 15 at the end of May.
Wow.
And Bodie will be 13 in August.
Yeah, man. Great. And Lily's just cranking away. I just wish that the pace. I want her to get older. I want her to grow, but I wish the pace was just a little bit slower. It's a little fast for old Jane.
I know.
God, Lily's 5, and she's going a little crazy. This morning I woke up, and Lily's got long, beautiful blonde hair, all the way down to her butt, and she says to me this morning, very serious. She says, "Dad, I've decided something. I have a great idea." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead." She says, "I'm going to shave my head, but I'm not going to shave my whole head. I'm just going to shave just half."
I love it.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." Anyway, let's move on to a different subject. And she's like, "No, Dad, I'm serious. I'm gonna do it. Where are the clippers?" The kids are going. The kids are going crazy. I mean, there's only we've had so many picnics and tea parties and playing in the river and playing outside and reading books and watching movies, but there's only so much that you can do, and Lily at just 5 years old, we've tried to explain to her as best as we can what's happening, but we've told her about the bug, and now she thinks that there's basically a huge bug there's a
Yeah.
huge bug that's flying around, and it's up in the
Right.
sky, and if it sees you, it's gonna come and get you. So
Right.
anyway,
Yeah. You know, I hear you, and it's what's amazing. I think for us has just been their ages. This is the Soul Man, by the way. Good boy,
yeah, man,
making it on the big aired out.
look at that.
Um, but the ages with us, it's really just been able to be the more hang time.
Yeah,
And I mean, just listening to this this Grohl tune, the learn to live again, and you give and give again and learn to love again. And I think so many people get trapped in
I,
their everyday lives, and I
oh
feel that this is such an amazing wake up call to remember what it's
yes,
all about. That it's all about family, it's all about love, it's all about being together. It's not about money and money and money. I mean, like we all will get by and we will make it out of this. But I think that
yeah,
it's really bringing us back to what matters.
yeah.
And
It's
I've been really thankful. I mean, certainly it hasn't been easy, but really it's been pretty darn incredible.
well when life pulls you to the left, it can't help but also pull you to the right and broaden your perspective on things. And like you said, this in many regards, this has been a blessing in disguise for many people. Maybe
Yeah,
not so much others. I know there's a lot of small businesses that are hurting,
yeah, true.
contractors. I
Yeah,
mean, the list goes on. But for
yeah,
us here, it has been incredible to spend so much time with Lily. I'm with her every day, Monday through Friday. 8 to 5. It's 100% the Lily show. And Lily and Sherilyn's working from home, but it's just awesome to be able to spend. She's 5 years old, and I've spent more time with her in the last week than I have for weeks and weeks prior to that, and it's awesome. It
yeah,
is awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some tough times,
sure.
when there's been some temper tantrums, as any 5-year-old would, but for the most part, it's just been like you said, a huge wake up call. And I just hope that when we do start to get back to our normal lives, that we have learned something that is going to stay with us, and that we can maybe carry on some of the traditions maybe that we've started, whether it's game night, family time, um, family dinners at the kitchen table, whatever it may be. I hope that this will change us for the better going forward. And for the musicians that are performing from their homes, like you, God bless you, man. We're so grateful that you're doing that.
Yeah,
You're on at 7 o'clock tonight,
yeah,
and I'll tell you exactly how it's going to be. We have a huge monster cable that I just ran, which is probably 50 feet, and it's going out onto the deck where we've got a couple of huge speakers set up.
oh nice.
And at 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to be out in the yard. We're going to be playing catch and playing ball and picking up a couple of tree limbs that we just brought a tree down, and we're going to have a bonfire, and we're going to be blasting
Good,
Chad Hollister live from the
good.
backyard.
You'll hear some covers that you've never heard me do before. That's literally the first time I've ever played that one all the way through
That's a
was for you.
great tune, man. It's a great tune.
Yeah,
Love the Foo Fighters, and I'm so glad that you're able to change it up and bring out some new stuff, man. It's just so cool. Um, Website to learn more about you. Facebook is a great option, is a great way to find you too, and link up with you live tonight and support you by grabbing some merch, right?
sure, man. Yeah, I mean that'd be great put on a private Zoom concert. Literally it goes down to whatever you're able to afford, and if you get a group together and friends just all pitch in. I mean, the reality is people just aren't going out, so
Yeah.
some people who are still working from home do have some a little bit extra money that they would normally be spending as they go out and eat out, and so
Sure.
on and so forth. A lot of people do not, and those people also, I encourage them to get onto these shows and just tune in. Those who are able to give certainly have been giving, and I'm so thankful for that. But yeah, that's certainly all merch is. It's a really special time to be able to get merch and get everything signed and get personal notes. I've got a lot of time on my hands.
Right.
So,
Right.
personalizing stuff and making it special. Yeah, and Stop the World on vinyl. Johnny Noyes was pretty excited about that, and he's actually got in
Got
touch.
mine right up there on the top shelf. I got my Stop the World vinyl.
Nice.
Blue vinyl. So cool, man. That's badass.
So
I love it.
I agree.
I love it.
I'm a little biased, but I'm into it.
Brother, we love you to pieces.
You too, man.
We're gonna let you get back to your family and
Appreciate
get ready
it.
for tonight's show at 7:00. Real easy to do. You just find Chad Hollister on Facebook, and boom, right there,
There it
right
is.
there on his timeline. You just click on it, and he's live tonight. You gonna be out on the deck tonight, or are you gonna be inside?
I'll be inside. It's a little easier, not as cool. I mean, it's perfect right now here. But tonight it chills down pretty fast in about an hour.
That's true.
So
Listen, our crappy internet service providers have held us together now.
it made it.
It made it.
We did it.
Buddy, I miss you so much. I
too,
can't
man.
wait to grab a big hug from you next time I see you. But please say hi to your whole family,
I will. And you
Bodie
too.
and Katie and Riley, and just thank you, Chad, from the mouths of so many Vermonters. On behalf of them, thank you for doing this show every Saturday night at 7:00. This is your 6th week.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, brother.
Well, thank you, brother. Love you so much, and love to your whole Sherilyn and Lily and your awesome aired out community. I appreciate you all.
All right, brother. Be
All right,
well.
man.
We'll catch you very soon. I promise. Peace out. Chad Hollister.
Peace.